You spent good money on your Lexus because you wanted reliability. You heard the stories, Lexus engines that run forever, 300,000 miles without breaking a sweat. And yeah, those stories are true. But here's what nobody tells you. Even the most bulletproof Lexus engine can be destroyed by one simple mistake. A mistake so common, so easy to make, that I see it happening every single week in the shop. And the worst part? Most owners have no idea they're doing it until it's too late. I'm talking about engines that could have lasted 500,000 miles, gone before they hit 150,000. Repair bills that hit $8,000, $10,000, sometimes more, all because of something that takes 10 minutes and costs less than $50 to prevent. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what this mistake is, why it's so deadly, and how to make sure it never happens to your Lexus. Stick around, because if you skip this, you might be looking at a new engine sooner than you think. Let's get into it. The mistake that kills Lexus engines. Alright, let me be straight with you. The number one engine killer I see in Lexus vehicles isn't some complicated mechanical failure. It's not a bad design flaw or a faulty part. It's skipped oil changes. Yeah, I know. You've heard this before. Everyone says, change your oil. But here's why it's different with Lexus, and why this mistake is so much more expensive than you think. See, Lexus engines are incredibly precise. They're built with tight tolerances, advanced timing systems, and components that demand clean oil to survive. When that oil gets old, thick, and dirty, those precision parts start to suffer. And unlike cheaper cars where you might get away with being lazy for a while, Lexus engines will punish you hard and fast. Here's what actually happens inside your engine when you skip oil changes. What happens when oil goes bad? Oil isn't just slippery liquid, it's your engine's lifeline. Fresh oil does three critical jobs. It lubricates moving parts, it cools hot components, and it cleans away carbon, dirt, and metal particles. But over time, oil breaks down. It gets contaminated with fuel, moisture, and combustion gases. It picks up microscopic metal shavings from normal wear, and those additives that keep everything protected. They wear out. Once your oil goes bad, here's the chain reaction. First, lubrication fails. Metal parts that should glide smoothly start rubbing together. That creates heat, friction, and more wear. Second, sludge builds up. Dirty oil turns into a thick, sticky paste that clogs passages, blocks oil flow, and chokes your engine from the inside. Third, carbon deposits form. They coat your pistons, valves, and cylinder walls. This messes with compression, causes misfires, and burns oil like crazy. And finally, the big one, engine damage. Bearings wear out, timing chains stretch, VVT gears seize, and before you know it, you're staring at a repair bill that costs more than your car is worth. I've seen it happen to ES models, RX SUVs, even the legendary LS sedans. Doesn't matter how well built your Lexus is, bad oil will kill it. Why Lexus engines are more vulnerable than you think. Now you might be thinking, but my Lexus manual says I can go 10,000 miles between oil changes. Yeah, it does. And that's where the confusion starts. Lexus, like most manufacturers, bases their oil change intervals on ideal conditions. That means consistent highway driving, moderate temperatures, and a car that's driven regularly. But how many of us actually drive like that? Most Lexus owners do short trips, errands around town, sitting in traffic, cold starts on winter mornings, maybe some stop-and-go commuting. That's called severe service driving, and it's way harder on your oil than steady highway cruising. In severe service conditions, oil breaks down faster, moisture builds up, fuel dilution increases, and those 10,000-mile intervals? They're not even close to safe. Here's what Lexus won't tell you in big bold letters. For most drivers, 5,000 to 6,000 miles is the real safe interval, not 10,000. And if you're still running conventional oil instead of synthetic, you're pushing your luck even further. The real cost of skipping oil changes. Let's talk money, because this is where it gets painful. An oil change at the dealer might cost you $80 to $120. Do it yourself? Maybe $40 to $60. Seems expensive when you're doing it every 6 months, right? But here's what happens when you skip it. Scenario 1. Minor damage. Your timing chain starts to stretch because dirty oil wore down the tensioner. That's a $1,500 to $2,500 repair just for the chain and labor. Scenario 2. Moderate damage. Oil sludge clogs the VVT system. Your variable valve timing gear seize up. Now you're looking at $2,000 to $4,000 in repairs, plus potential engine performance issues even after the fix. Scenario 3. Major damage. The engine throws a rod, spins a bearing, or the camshafts score the cylinder head. At this point, you're either rebuilding the engine for $6,000 to $8,000 or swapping in a used one for similar money. Scenario 4. Total engine failure. The engine seizes completely. Now, you're either buying a remanufactured engine for $8,000 to $12,000, or you're trading in a car that's worth almost nothing because of a blown motor. All of this, every bit of it, comes from skipping oil changes. Still think that $80 oil change is expensive? If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. How to know if your oil is already causing damage. Alright, so maybe you've been a little lazy with oil changes. Maybe you're sitting there thinking, uh-oh, am I already in trouble? Here's how to tell if your Lexus engine is already suffering. Sign number 1, engine noise. If your engine sounds louder than usual, especially a ticking or rattling sound on cold starts, that's a red flag. It means oil isn't reaching critical parts fast enough. Sign number 2, oil consumption. If you're adding a quart of oil every 1,000 miles or less, something's wrong. Either your piston rings are worn, or carbon buildup is causing oil to burn. Sign number 3, rough idle or hesitation. When sludge clogs the VVT system, your engine can't adjust valve timing properly. The result: rough idle, hesitation, and sluggish acceleration. Sign number 4, check engine light. Codes related to VVT, oil pressure, or camshaft position are often early warnings that dirty oil is causing problems. Sign number 5, dark, gritty oil. Pull your dipstick and look. Fresh oil is amber and clear. If yours is black, thick, or has a gritty texture, it's been bad for a while. If you're seeing any of these signs, don't wait. Get that oil changed immediately. The longer you wait, the more damage is being done. The right way to change oil and actually protect your engine. Okay, so you're convinced. You're going to stay on top of oil changes. But here's the thing. Not all oil changes are created equal. If you're doing it wrong or using the wrong oil, you're still putting your engine at risk. Here's how to do it right. First, use the correct oil. Check your owner's manual for the exact viscosity. Most modern Lexus engines want 0W20 or 5W30 synthetic oil. Don't cheap out and use conventional oil. Synthetic handles heat better, lasts longer, and protects more effectively. Second, use a quality oil filter. OEM Lexus filters are great, but brands like Mobil 1, Purolator, or WeX work just fine too. Avoid the ultra-cheap filters. They use lower quality filter media and can let contaminants through. Third, stick to a 5,000 to 6,000 mile interval. I don't care what the manual says. Unless you're doing pure highway driving, change it every 5,000 miles or every 6 months, whichever comes first. Fourth, always change the filter with the oil. Never reuse an old filter. It's full of trapped contaminants that'll go right back into your fresh oil. And fifth, check your oil level monthly. Even with regular changes, engines can burn or leak oil. Keeping an eye on the dipstick can catch problems early before they become expensive. Do this, and your Lexus engine will reward you with smooth, reliable performance for hundreds of thousands of miles. What about synthetic oil? Is it really worth it? Let's clear this up once and for all. Yes, synthetic oil is absolutely worth it, especially in a Lexus. Here's why. Synthetic oil is engineered at the molecular level. It flows better in cold weather, resists breakdown in extreme heat, and keeps your engine cleaner than conventional oil ever could. For Lexus engines with VVT systems, direct injection, or turbochargers, synthetic oil isn't just recommended, it's essential. But here's where people mess up. They think because synthetic lasts longer, they can stretch oil changes to 10,000 or 15,000 miles. Wrong! Even the best synthetic oil gets contaminated. It picks up dirt, fuel, moisture, and metal particles just like conventional oil. And those contaminants still cause damage. So yeah, use synthetic. But don't use it as an excuse to skip oil changes. Stick to that 5,000 to 6,000 mile rule, and you'll get the best of both worlds: maximum protection and a clean engine. Brands like Mobil 1, Castrol Edge, Pennzoil Platinum, or even Toyota/Lexus OEM Synthetic are all solid choices. Pick one, stick with it, and you're golden. The one thing that makes oil changes even more critical. Now, here's something most Lexus owners don't think about: engine design. A lot of modern Lexus engines, especially the two GR-FE V6, the two AR-FE 4-cylinder, and even some of the newer turbocharged engines have direct injection. Direct injection is amazing for power and fuel economy, but it has one major downside: carbon buildup. Unlike older engines that sprayed fuel over the intake valves, which helped clean them, direct injection sprays fuel directly into the combustion chamber. That means the valves never get washed and carbon builds up fast. Clean oil is critical here because it's one of the few things preventing carbon from gunking up your entire engine. When oil goes bad, carbon buildup accelerates, and that leads to rough running, misfires, and eventually expensive valve cleaning jobs. I've seen Lexus engines with less than 80,000 miles need a $600 to $1,200 carbon cleaning service, all because the owner stretched oil changes too far. Keep your oil fresh, and you'll keep carbon under control. Skip it, and you're inviting problems. Quick fixes if you've already been slacking. Alright, maybe you've already skipped a few oil changes. Maybe you're a little behind. What do you do now? First, change the oil immediately. Don't wait another mile. Get fresh oil and a new filter in there as soon as possible. Second, consider a second oil change after 1,000 miles. If your engine has sludge buildup, the first oil change will loosen some of it. A second change will flush out what the first one stirred up. Third, use an engine flush product carefully. Products like Liqui Moly Engine Flush or Seafoam can help break down sludge, but follow the directions exactly. Too much or leaving it in too long can cause more harm than good. Fourth, check for leaks or damage. If you've been running on old oil for a long time, inspect for oil leaks, listen for unusual noises, and watch for warning lights. And fifth, commit to a regular schedule going forward. Set reminders on your phone, mark it on a calendar, or use an app. Whatever it takes to make sure this doesn't happen again. Catching it early can save your engine, but the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Other fluids you're probably ignoring and shouldn't. While we're talking about maintenance mistakes, let's hit a few other fluids that Lexus owners forget about. Because oil might be the biggest engine killer, but it's not the only one. Coolant. If you're not changing your coolant every 50,000 miles or 5 years, it turns acidic and starts eating your engine from the inside. Water pumps fail, gaskets leak, and cylinder heads crack, all preventable. Transmission fluid. Lexus says it's lifetime, but that's a lie. Change it every 60,000 miles with a drain and fill. Your transmission will shift smoother and last twice as long. Brake fluid. It absorbs moisture over time, which corrodes your ABS system and weakens braking power. Change it every 3 to 5 years. Power steering fluid, if you have it. Old fluid damages seals and wears out the pump. Replace it every 50,000 to 70,000 miles. Don't ignore these. They're just as important as engine oil, and skipping them will cost you just as much in the long run. The bottom line, protect your investment. Look, you bought a Lexus because you wanted something reliable, something that would last. And it will, if you take care of it. But skipping oil changes, even just a few times, can turn that legendary reliability into a nightmare. I've seen too many beautiful Lexus vehicles, ES sedans with pristine interiors, RX SUVs with low mileage, even high-end LS models, sitting in the shop with blown engines. And every single time, the story's the same. I thought I had more time. You don't. Your engine is running right now. Thousands of controlled explosions per minute, metal parts moving at incredible speeds, all relying on a thin film of oil to keep everything from destroying itself. Respect that. Take care of it, and your Lexus will take care of you for years to come. Change your oil every 5,000 to 6,000 miles. Use good synthetic oil and a quality filter. Check your fluids regularly, and never, ever ignore the warning signs. Do that, and you'll be one of those Lexus owners with 300,000, 400,000, even 500,000 miles on the odometer, still running strong. Skip it, and you'll be shopping for a new engine before you know it. The choice is yours. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.